3 between Gimme opponent and Xenon. As the round has started a little while, my name is Jake. Today with me is Chando, and on the camera is niceAsh. As we are in the middle of a battle right now on the middle point. Stingin has unfortunately dropped at some point in the beginning. Just doing a little recap right now, but right now both teams are slowly getting rid of the timer going on the point. 2 minutes left for the blue team, which is led by Sting, and he still has not returned. And surprisingly enough, his team here, Gimme opponent, is holding on strong against Xenon, who has minute and a half left on the clock right now. As we are getting ready still to do this properly. Chando, please help me out here for a sec.
Hello everybody, right, so Tertio on the medic with 100% Uber advantage for Gimme opponents, and they're going to be holding this pretty tightly at the moment. You've got their flank holding up on the cliff there. They are going to have to back up a little bit and to pick onto Deity, the sniper for Xenon, and they're still holding this pretty strong at the moment. Again, apologies for the delays, some very irritating technical issues, but we're here now. This is the first round, this is the first map. Haven't missed too much. So, yeah, Chemo has gone down. It looks like that Xenon combo trying to push up into grass area, but Tommy getting that important pick onto Murphy. The demo man is going to slow him down a little bit. Gets Deity once again as well, doing a really good job there, just completely going down almost by himself, in fact. They can hold comfortably now. Yep, and Stingin is back now as well, so they've got a full setup here. And it looks like Xenon just trying to get the right situation. Tommy gets the pick onto Icewind though, so that's going to put him back again. And Tertio did actually use at some stage, but he's still there with a good Uber advantage. And it doesn't look like they can even get a foot onto the point there. Foz trying to go for something, but just gets launched into the air and is denied brutally, as is base entirety of Xenon. They cannot get a foot in here. Jake.
Yeah, well, both teams is just engaged in a little bit of a hectic exchange here. Tertio with Garden Fungus are just chasing people down with that Uber charge. They have full Uber advantage. They're taking out the medic. Icewood going down to the flamethrower there. Very nice kill. Very important now. Only 6 seconds to go on the clock right now for the red team. They need to get on the point. Xenon need to put pressure on it, and they are doing it right now. Missing Stingin did not really stop Gimme opponent from pushing on the point, getting it and securing it with an overtime. The clock right now, minute and a half left for Xenon. They need to do something really interesting here in order to hold it, and they are kind of stumbling in their defense. Icewind going down a few times there, didn't quite manage to get any Uber advantages on his own. Vinegar trying to go on the backline, unfortunately getting spotted by Bees. He's just taking them down. Bees on the flank right now with Foz on the opposite side, gonna get spammed out. Oh, there's still so much damage taken. He goes down there. Kiddick got headshot by Stingin, who is currently on the sniper class, as he's waiting for Tertio to switch back from the medic, but he has not gone down yet. They have the Uber advantage here, over 20%. That's very good, very respectable. They might be doing something interesting. Tommy unfortunately go down. That's 4 people down for the blue team, and Gimme opponent will have to regroup for the next push. They do have 100%, but that little time that they can actually push, and with that Uber charge ready from Icewind has already vanished. Icewind has 100 as well, and they will be looking at a defense here.
Yeah, Xenon holding onto that really well, and finally the Uber coming out, counter Uber from Xenon here, and it's gonna Garden Fungus doing as much as he can, but is taken down as they decide to actually back this one out here from Gimme opponent, and it's a complete disaster for Gimme opponent here, losing 4 important players there, and it looks like Xenon, are going to be holding on to this one pretty comfortably here as the overtime comes in, and that is it. First round to Xenon there. Very unfortunate not having their sniper for the first half, but yeah, so that's going to be the first round. And as we get ready into the second one, just a quick update. This is the second week of playoffs now, so there's still plenty to play for. If these teams lose, they will go into a lower bracket. More about that later, as 2 bombs coming in there. Nice denial by Foz from Stingin there. Taking him down mid-air. Garden Fungus playing very aggressive and taking control of that point for himself. They are just going to completely take full ownership of the capture point there. Vinegar does get the pick onto Stinghan, and Bickley Boy, who I believe is Ombra, gets the pick onto Pendulum Murphy as well. Nice reflect from Garden Fungus, doing so much work.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's been doing quite a lot of work here. He's being always on this vanguard of every single push with that pyro gun. Right now, the pyro has been kind of redesigned recently, and right now they are trying to do something interesting with it. Garden Fungus always being kind of an offensive pyro, using it perfectly, but there's an uber drop by Vinegar. Tertia going down there, giving Icewind a massive uber advantage, which they utilize immediately right after the medic goes down, trying to chase off people. Sting is a lot of trouble, but that's just him. No medic to chase as he's just died. So they're just gonna use this time to go cap the point, secure themselves a nice good position. Only 4 people up after that exchange. What a nice drop there by the Spy, as they're still doing quite well for themselves. Xenon winning that first point in the first round was very important for them, even though they were struggling against an 8-person team, but thankfully Stingen is already with us. He's already on the sniper class, trying to do some good here. Already on the cliff, looking at the point. He has a lot of people on his sides. He might get Vegeta. He might get Foz. Foz is going to go down to the soldier on the flank. They're still going. Vinegar going down as well. That's 2 down for Xenon. They're going in here with Gimme opponent, trying to get the point on the dry push. They can do certainly, well, do that because they none of the teams have the Uber. It's quite logical as they're going in, but there are a lot of people going down on both teams. 3 people down on blue here. Gimme opponent are losing this point slowly but steadily, but they're still able to secure this with a nice double step by Tommy. Murphy and Pendulum both going down there and making sure that the Gimme opponent will be able to hold this point for a little while longer.
Huge props there to Tommy as well. He's been doing so much work, not only just Ember, this entire round so far. Absolutely crushing the sniper deity, as well as getting some key picks at some key times when Gimme opponent have been needing it now in full control here. Ushio almost getting his Uber now, along with Icewind. They're going to both have their Uber charge, so now Gimme opponent, sorry, can just sit there pretty comfortably. They are going to opt to Uber in there. Counter from Xenon looking a little bit stronger. And that's going to be Murphy trying to block off the exits there. But they're going to be able to hold it pretty strongly. Tommy trying to go for the stab there. Gets caught out and taken down by Icewind. Icewind, however, going down to some brilliant stickies there by Ixo. And Barrett also going to follow up and just going to absolutely crush the combo there. A little taunt there from Barrett, celebrating his achievements there. Very well deserved. And now, Gimme opponent just going to be playing a nice aggressive stance there, but it's going to be Pendulum. He takes down Tuja. He takes down Tertia as well. Actually, I think that was Kirik's Sentry, but mostly Pendulum finally gets taken down to some pipes by Ixo there. Ixo also taken down as Chemo comes in with the pick. He's been a legendary player this season, and he is not failing at all this game either. Quick bombs there from the Red Demo and Red Soldier, and that is going to be who basically secures Xenon the cap potentially. Falling very weak as he solo caps himself and finally has some backup there. Pendulum and Murphy both going to be up now. Chemo as well falling very weak but getting out with his life just. And now a regroup from Gimme opponent. Everything to play for. They only have to hold it for about 30 seconds. If they can recapture this. So one good capture, one good push, and they can potentially take this next round. But they've got to get there first. Vinegar does get taken down. It's still looking fairly strong as Tuja gets sniped by Deity. And now they're going to start walking in regardless because Ixo already takes down Ice again. Absolute madman today. Stinger as well, taking down Chemo. Looks like they may be able to get this one. It's very capped and they are just cruising across the point there. And that's going to be a swift cap and a potential victory for Gimme opponent.
A long while there, point was being fought over for a long while as well, and with only 20 seconds to go on the clock, Xenon has to do something about this situation. Nice stab there by Vinegar on Ixo. That's removing quite a lot of damage from the table, as Gimme opponent will have to kind of hold it for a little while longer here. They do have their Uber charge. Icewind only on 20%. That doesn't look too good for them. Bickley Boy just goes in and body shots Chemo with those nice meat shots as well. Icewind just going on the point without the Uber, getting absolutely burned to death by Garden Fungus once again, and without having anything to work with, Xenon unfortunately concede the second point of this map here, making it 1-on-1 on Koth product RC8, release candidate 8, as we're getting ready to the third round of this map here. Ixo going straight for the point. Murphy being much faster, doing quite a lot of damage, doing quite a lot of spam there. Tercia already on half health. He's losing quite a lot. His soldier is looking for something there, but unfortunately he is lacking in the health department, taking down the mini sentry solo. Falls on the flank. He will be looking for a bomb, but not quite just yet, as Tercia is still fine and healthy. However, Icewind going down in the last exchange there, not having too many heals on the battlefield here. Xenon will have to probably move back with Tercio saving his team and that 75% Uber charge.
Yeah, very devastating round there for both teams there. Icewind going down very quickly into the game by some good plays by Ixo, but Tercio did manage to survive, I think, although he is opting for the quick fix now. So we might be looking for something a little bit different here, but nonetheless, Xenon are going to be able to actually take this victorious, and they've got the point there. There we go, Foz just falling back there, that capture, and now they can set up quite comfortably there. Tommy trying to go for the stab, doesn't get anything, and Kirik also taking down Bees there. Quick fix comes out, very unorthodox play there. We don't see that every day, especially in Platinum, but it seems to be working as Jedi Flame Master, the only person who's actually trying to contest that point, does get taken down. The rest of the team opting to fall back instead and play. I was going to say play with Uber Advantage, but no, Stingen getting a nice headshot onto Icewind. That man is an absolute bullet magnet today. He's dying so much, and so that's going to put Tercio in a very comfortable position with that quick fix still. Zixo playing the very aggressive game, takes down Murphy, and only the flank one. Gimme opponent still holding this very strong, Stingen in a very good position at the moment, and Tuja also there just playing that passive role. Tommy does get taken down, that's not going to make too much difference, as Xenon do get ready to regroup there. They're trying to get into a position as Murphy jumps forward, tries to get the first pipe, he gets the second, and Voz follow-ups, takes down Tercio, takes down Stingen. Brilliant duo work between those two people there, absolutely crazy plays. That's going to put Icewing in the driving seat for this push there. They might be getting ready to make a play as they might be waiting on that Uber advantage. Tommy, who stab onto Jedi Flame Master and onto Pendulum, and now Icewind might have to fall back here. It may have hindered their plans, but Murphy's going to come up very aggressive, but he is confronted by Ixo. Ixo falling very weak. Chemo doing a lot of work, but he is going to not survive those two pipes, and they're going to have to back up once again.
Man, that was a lot of exchange they're going again here. Icewind having that Uber advantage here, very important. I believe they've changed their strategy once again. They're still running that, I believe it's, it's a regular Uber charge. I can't quite see the Medigun, as they are currently having this advantage. They're still losing on point department here. 1 minute and a half to go for Gimme opponent. Tuja going down there, quite a lot of people. Sentry Gun going down as well. That's less damage on the point as they're going in without the Uber charge. Icewind deciding to hold, don't do it, but Tommy is just going in. Tommy getting one stab, unfortunately not the important one here, as Icewind is still able to get away with his life, 100% still in the back pocket. Tercio is back on the battlefield. He is still building that gun. Again, it's quick fix yet again. They need to build it quite fast. It's kind of worked out for them so far. They've lost every single advantage they had, but that's still fine, as the timer is still clearly favors them. As it's 2 minutes to go for Xenon, they have quite forward positions here. They have all the heals, all the overheals, and that Uber charge. That's going to be very difficult for Gimme opponent to do anything about that. Stingen is in a very good spot here behind the point. He's looking just to get some headshots there. Still looking, Sentry Gun's the only thing he finds, but Deity, aka Vigital, getting stabbed by Tommy. That's a nice one here. No sniper for the red team, opening up a lot of room for Stingen, still trying to get someone there. Kirik going down as well to the flamethrower, and finally the point has been dry capped by the blue team. They are almost getting that quick fix. This is very important. They're doing it. They're popping it just to get back on point, stopping Icewind getting headshot by Stingen as the Uber wanes, and they're going in on the point to secure it back even without the cap for Xenon.
Yeah, Xenon waiting a very long time there before choosing to use their Uber, and they literally let them dry cap the point there before using their Uber, and by then it was all too late. Tercio had his quick fix, able to back out quickly and then make a swift repush there and hold control of the point there. Stingen going absolutely huge there, takes down Chemo as well. Foz going in the bomb, actually gets the connect onto Stingen, gets taken down himself by Ixo there, and now Ixo doing so much work. I'm just seeing him in the frag feed. It is huge, playing very aggressive, putting out some major damage there with only 15 seconds and only a few respawns. They're gonna have to do, really gonna have to work hard here to reconsolidate this point here. Foz does his best, puts out a few rockets, but is gonna get taken down by Bickley Boy, and maybe Murphy can get here in time. Is he gonna be able to do anything though? Maybe. 3 players on the point there. Murphy doing a bit of work, but it's not going to be enough, as Garden Fungus is going to clean up with a nice 3k, and that's going to be another swift round for Gimme opponent.
Garden Fungus absolutely dominating the enemy team in that round as well, just protecting the point from doing all the work. And right now we're going to round 4. Currently on the score is 2 points for Gimme opponent, 1 point for Xenon, as Ixo is roughly the same speed as Murphy, but is getting quite quickly spammed out here. Both medics are running, actually no, here Gimme opponent running on a quick fix, still opting to take the fast route. As for Icewind, he is running a little bit different. He's still running that medigun, as they are losing quite a few players here. Xenon, as I'm speaking, 4 people down in that exchange, quite cleanly taken by Gimme opponent once again. They're leading in the charts, and if they win this round, we'll go straight to the next map, as we are only playing half of each round for each map as per UGC ruling. As they're going in on the cliff, the sniper is in a lot of trouble here. Gunfungus once again, he just goes in with that W+M1, getting stabbed there, Jedi Flamaster. Quite unfortunate. Tommy doing quite a lot of work on from behind. Here, Iceman going on the point right now. They are reaching that 100% critical charge, as they're going to be able to just stab. Oh, but Tommy's stabbing. He's looking for Icewind, but no, he's decided to play it safe. What a safe choice here. Gunfungus going in with the quick fix. There's a lot of heals going on to that Pyro, but it is not enough to protect him from death. No, it might just be, as they're going in with the Uber charge. The soldier gets flashed, jumping on the medic, getting completely blocked there by Gunfungus again, protecting his medic Foz, from Foz actually here. Tercio actually lives to see another day. Wow.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a pretty confusing push there. I'm not really too sure what went on there. I guess this is the quick fix for you. I guess maybe Xenon aren't quite prepared for such a unusual strategy, because I have not seen that in a long time. But anyway, Icewind now playing a little far back. Most of his team are pretty much there now, holding that 50% Uber. And it looks like they're going to be playing it safer now. You got Tommy on the flank there, gets picked off by Jedi Flamemaster. But it's going to be the flank from Gimme opponent doing a lot of work. Bigly Boy and Stole Your Bees both going down as well. And that might open up some possibilities there. Murphy getting a nice few picks there. Foz aggressive, and now followed up by Master Murphy as well. Ixo caught out, gets picked off by Foz. Now the quick fix comes out onto Chuja. But there's going to be Pendulum on the flank. No one was expecting it. No flank, and Pendulum could just walk straight through that connector and actually completely denies that quick fix push there, or defense there, I should say. And Chuja was absolute mince from that close range minigun. Now Xenon going to be holding this in a fairly passive manner. Tommy going for the stab, misses the first one, gets picked off as well. Bigly Boy as well getting picked off. Good defense from Xenon. And Foz is backing out. Murphy playing very aggressive though, putting out some good damage. Ixo trying to as well. Pendulum doing his best, but the Uber's going to come out from Icewind. I think that was a force from Bees, in fact. Didn't quite see that, but I'm pretty sure it was. They're going to try and follow, taking the Uber onto the heavy. Pendulum playing very aggressively here. Murphy and Kiri both going down as well. Chemo, though, getting Garden Fungus in return, stinging as well, going down. Frags left, right, and center today. And it looks like, I think Xenon are probably going to be able to hold this. Icewind is up again. And Tertio using that quick fix, though, might cut it a bit short there. Deity gets a pick there. Looks like Icewind's going to be able to try and back out here, but at a big cost. Ooh, no! Nice little air shot from Bees, actually. Icewind surfing away that first one, but a little connecting rocket there, just taking his breath away. Now, Gimme opponent's going to be with only 60 seconds left. Everything to play for this first map. This is the deciding round, and they're holding it pretty safe here. And yeah, it's still anyone's game, though.
Tercio on 50% Uber charge, Icewind on 15. They need to start doing something, Xenon, as they're losing the footing on this map. As Gimme opponent are just doing quite a lot of work by themselves. They're going in dry. They're doing all the right pushes in the right places. They have the fantastic flanking. Garden Fungus is absolutely mental, as he just claims chemo like there's no one's business, as he's still low on health and still deflecting, doing so much damage. It's just insane what the Pyro can do on this map, in particular in the hands of such a talented players. They're still going on the point. Pendulum is all by himself, trying to put some chip damage on the enemy team. It's not quite enough. Tommy getting in position. He might get spotted. He does. Foz is on him, but Tommy's just running away. Nice quick fix pop going out of the blue team here. Gimme opponent doing quite a lot of work, but it's not going to protect them from a nice headshot onto the demo medic. So going down with only 4 people versus 3 on each team. This just could be anybody's game. It looks like Gimme opponent are just half the DM, and only Vinegar left on the team right now alive, as Spy cannot do much against the team of just damage classes, as the third point on this map goes to the way of Gimme opponent. I do believe winning him the first round of this set, as we are going to be advancing the second map of this match here tonight. Once again, this is Gimme opponent versus Xenon, UGC 23rd season of Highlander going on UGC League. And my name is Jake. Today with me is Chando, on camera is niceAsh. And, well, Chando, I think it's pretty clear. I mean, I was going to ask you who we're going to give the MVP for the first round to, and I think the choice is pretty clear.
Are you going to say Garden Fungus?
Well, yeah.
Well, it's a tough one, though. I saw doing a lot of work. I saw Tommy doing so much work as well. So many convenient stabs, constantly irritating Deity, constantly getting picks onto Icewind. In fact, there were so many good players. There were so many good plays that round, in fact, from Gimme opponent. I mean, we can't forget Xenon, however. Murphy with some really good jumps, along with Followers. They actually had some really good synergy together. We're able to get a few good picks there. Not quite enough, however. But overall, I think maybe you're right. Garden Fungus was doing really good work at defending. At the same time, playing a very aggressive playstyle, completely denying anyone on that point. I saw him several times just make the right opportunity. Like, he was taking opportunities to go in, just WM1 onto the point, absolutely decimate anyone on there, while still keeping that spy at bay from his medic for most of the match.
Yeah, I do believe it was thanks to this strategy that they've incorporated, which was basically Garden Fungus being an integral part of the combo. Usually what we see these days is that Pyros are used on the flank just to kind of support the team. They don't spy check that much anymore because people usually can turn around 180 degrees when they're called, and they can kind of watch out for themselves. So the spy stabs don't usually come near as often. However, Garden Fungus decided to just kind of stay with the combo, protect the medic, and just be an integral part of dealing damage. And the logs, which unfortunately we don't have available right now, but I just brought them up, it shows as Bickley Boy is the first place on our killing table here with 31 picks. Garden Fungus has only one less, with 30. Third place belongs to Tommy. Quite like you said before, Tommy has been doing quite a lot of work, as a spy does. The kills usually are not very seen, but quite crucial indeed, as he's at 28. And Kimo, who has been the MVP of this UGC League season, at least for me, he is at 22 only. And he's been killing it still for his team here, Xenon. However, Gimme opponent just seemed to have every single upper hand they could possibly have. The only round that Gimme opponent conceded was due to Stingin dropping in the first round, which unfortunately we have not seen fully. But that was the only reason why Gimme opponent has lost a point on the first round. And now we're moving on to CP Steel, one of the staple Highlander maps. And I'm just wondering which team decides to defend first and which team decides to attack, as we will only be watching one round of this map being played.
Absolutely, yeah. Steel, I can't remember. I haven't played UGC in a while. Is Steer? Do they pick their own maps, or are they already outlined?
I'm not quite sure yet. They're still gathering some people, so we have a little bit of more time to talk about the previous game and the upcoming game as well. So once again, I think that the blue team, which is Gimme opponent, are going to be defending first. The other way around. Attacking first, and Xenon are going to be defending. So we will see. Oh, was it the other way? I don't know, actually. Teams just usually just switch around people. I'm not sure. They often like to troll us, so kind of difficult to gauge, but we are getting ready actually quite quickly, as both teams are just rearing to get into the second round. This time it is going to be Xenon trying to defend themselves against Gimme opponent, as the first point of this set has gone to the way of the blue team. Here in the blue is Gimme opponent with Stingin on Sniper, Tommy on Spy, Tercio on Medic, Barrett is the Engineer, Tuja is Heavy, Ixo is Demo Man, Garden Fungus, the MVP for me at least of the first round, is on Pyro. Here, I Stole Your Bees, aka Bees, is on Soldier, and Pickly Boy is going to be picking up Scout. As for the red team, Xenon, we have Vinegar on Spy, Deity, aka Vegetal or Vegetal, as some people have called me before how to spell his name, is on Sniper, Icewind Medic, Kirik is Engineer, Pendulum is Heavy, Murphy is Demo Man, Jedi Flamaster is on Pyro, Foz, Soldier, and Chemo is on Scout.
And here we go, live onto CP still here. Gimme opponent, getting ready to aggress there. Jedi Flamemaster playing in a very sneaky spot in the corner that actually gets Stingen as he comes out of the spawn to take a peek onto B there. A very unorthodox strategy, and boy did it work. Tuja going down here right now, but you can't really blame anyone here. This is just gauging the situation of B side here. And as A gets capped now, Gimme opponent getting ready to push out here. They're going up with Tertio, with the crits actually. Only just saw that now. First gets missed, second gets missed, and the Ubers, that was a bit of a failure there. Counter does come out from Icewind there. He wasn't even threatened, to be quite honest with you. I think they completely missed where he was. Foz actually, though, takes down Barrett and Bees. Don't know where, didn't quite see where he was playing there, but he was clearly in a very good position there. Bigly Boy as well going down. That's going to slow them down big time now. However, Jedi Flamemaster going down to Ixo. He gets a pick before getting taken down himself by Karik, Sentry, and Chemo. Does take down Stingen as well. So now, that's pretty much, that's why I'd see as the suicide wave for Gimme opponent. Now they have an opportunity maybe to regroup. They know a bit more about where the enemy team's holding, and maybe they can work from that. Looks like they've opted to rotate into E through White Room and try and divert the enemy team away to... As the crits, I do believe, comes out, takes down Deity, and now they're straight in, takes down Jedi Flamemaster, takes down Murphy as well. He is unstoppable today. Ixo, can he get any more from it? He's just completely dominated BCE connector, and now that's a ×2, was almost a ×3. Barrett couldn't make the jump. So ×2, getting there, doing a lot of work here, and now it's going to be Garden Fungus. He falls down very weak, denying the rotation here. And that is often the hardest part to take, is BCE, but that completely denied. Now Tuja's going to take this in. He takes down Foz. He takes down Chemo. Vinegar as well goes down. Murphy too. The capture's been halted though as the red team Xenon rotate through spawns with Uber, and they're actually able to slow it down a little bit, but Tuja just completely WM1ing there, completely stopping anyone who tries to get in his way, and they're able to capture B. That was a very, very good strategy. Something I have never seen with crits before, but boy did it work.
Tertio has another one in his back pocket as he's currently sitting on the B point, and they use that distraction on the E just to get a little bit more time on the B as the entire red team has diverted their attention onto E point, trying to save it from being capped. But look at this Bickley Boy still on it. Here Stingen and his crew are trying to pressure the enemy team. Nice headshot there by Deity on the Stingen, as there is no more offensive sniper going on, so they are able to secure this last point E from being capped further. Bickley Boy also just visiting the spawn, so thankfully that danger has been shortly diverted. But look at this, a nice supercharge going from Terzi, actually KritzKast taking out Murphy, Icewind as well. That's such an important pick there, taking out the medic. They're moving on to E immediately, trying to take this point. Giant Flamaster trying to get something done there, but look how many people there are in the connector right now. They're going in. Ixo is in a good position, Tuja as well. The level 2 sentry is not going to be built up just in time. Unfortunately, Kirik has to get away back to spawn. Sting and taking down Deity, very important there, but they are deciding to go onto C instead. They've used a lot of attention of the enemy team onto E just to go for C point, and sneaky little cap going by the blue team here, and I do believe that's going to work out in their favor.
Yeah, very good strategy, just drawing the entirety of Xenon onto E point and then just doing a quick rotation, can get straight onto C there. That's going to bring the bridges across onto that E point and make it much easier for mobility for the attacking team there. So good stuff there by Gimme opponent. It is, yeah, as the crits is almost ready again. They're not wasting any time. Looks like it's just going to go onto Ixo again. It looks like they're going to be trying to play this E point here. Deity gets the pick onto Sting, and however, that's going to give Deity some space to snipe pretty freely onto E. The crits actually dick them out though from into White Room. Load of frag. They're only 2 up now. Only Foz and Deity survived that. Murphy on the respawn, and Deity's not going to be living much longer by the looks of it. He tries to surf into the medic with the bushwhacker. Doesn't get anything, unfortunately. That would have been a sick play, but alas, no more. Now, Gimme opponent can just basically just hold this down for free here, as they're just slowly capping it, locking down the spawn very effectively here. You've got Tuja and Bees with a mini sentry just holding down here, and as long as someone's in White Room, You got Yixo in White Room, in fact. There's almost no way they can actually get this now, as it's ×2 almost there onto the E point. Nearly captured. They're trying to get in through BCE connector. It's not going to be enough. Pendulum gets taken down, and they're trying to get onto the... Kirik actually comes in with the little fist there, but as well with his mini sentries doing tons of work, and it's just a little regroup onto the point with Bees and Tommy, and that's going to be the first round in a brilliant 5-minute time.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I was just watching Gimme a Point with just pure amazement. I mean, it was textbook steal plays, going in at the right time, abusing the E point, trying to cause as much panic in the other team as possible. And Xenon just seemed to be just scattered all over the place. They have the right players, they have the skill. I mean, they have reached playoff stage quite comfortably, and now they're struggling against Gimme a Point quite a lot. I mean, they lost the first round here on Cuff Product, and now this is a very tough time to beat for them, and 5 minutes and 3 seconds is all they have to do to keep themselves in the upper brackets. Unfortunately, if they don't, they will fall down to the lower brackets and will try to fight for their survival in the UGC League Season 23, as we're slowly getting ready to roll here. Standard position going for the defensive team. Gimme Opponent this time deciding to opt just to put, you know, all the people on the B point as is custom. I'm just wondering how they're going to handle E push, as I do believe Xenon will try it at least once or twice to kind of try and throw the enemy team off their game, as the gates are down. Chando, what is happening?
Well, currently pretty normal A side stuff here, as they just get that point without any worries here. Deity gets the pick onto Sting, and which might provide an opportunity for Deity to play a little bit more aggressive if he can get an opening somewhere. But for now, it's just going to be that pretty slow cap there, as we've seen for so many years. Ixo getting taken down by Vinegar, actually. That's an opportunity for a push within itself there. No demo, no damage. And yeah, but they've got to be quick about it. They are getting ready in through B connector. It looks like they're going to be opting to move up into battlements there, but Tuja and Bees are going to be waiting for them. They're going to be able to actually that one. Looks like Murphy's putting out some early stickies there. Ixo respawning, might be able to regroup in time for this fight, as the Uber comes out with Garden Fungus. He's just going to be falling out there, just uses it all on Pendulum, who just knew he couldn't get out of there, so he just stood there very happily. And he's been put into the respawn queue now. Now Tommy getting some good picks. Tuja as well, playing very aggressive there. That was a really failed push there, but Icewind held onto his Uber, in fact. Very well played there. So now it's just a matter of respawning. And now it looks like they're not going to be wasting any time. They really can't. But that's going to be Bees there, playing so aggressively. Takes down Chemo and Murphy, wasting just time for Xenon, as they're still stuck in this B connector with 3 minutes 30 seconds. They got to be so quick. They got to get Murphy back up here, and they got to get out, use this Uber advantage, and do something to reclaim this round.
And they're bleeding players all over. They have this Uber charge getting ready to go, and finally it does, as Tercio is about 75% into his. The sentry is still blocking, and Murphy is not focusing enough damage on the sentry. It is so low, though. Kibo gonna finish off Garden Fungus, but forgets about the sentry, which finishes him off instead. And there's quite a lot of damage being put on there. Finally going down there, the sentry gun, and the counter Uber has been popped by Tercio on the Ixo, trying to do quite a lot of damage. Murphy finally going down, chasing out kills. Fox is still there, still looking for some more. Tercio might be a little bit caught up there with Jedi Flatmaster, as he's running away from fire, and the Spy tried to get him as well, but there's a lot of red people around to secure this medic and make him alive, still not alive by the Spy means, but unfortunately Icewind getting a little bit too hasty there. Tuja just finishing him up on the point. While of damage being exchanged, Bickley Boy doing so much damage, a little bit of a lag there going, but he is trying to take down Murphy. Finally going down to Tommy, so much damage being exchanged. Tommy being a nuisance, they're finally getting killed off by Deity, and after this hectic exchange of kills, Finally, Xenon managed to secure themselves B point. They're trying to get onto E. They don't have much time. 2 minutes and 15 seconds is not a lot, but right now, red team is respawning, and Gimme Opponent will be able to maybe have a response against that. Both medics have absolutely no Uber charge. Tercio opting to go into the quick fix, maybe securing himself the position on the middle point with some nice jumps 3 times on the point right now. Jedi Master is helping out with some nice reflex. Chemo as well. Medic Icewind going down, falling unfortunately to the pit, being claimed by it. So unfortunate by the attacking team. E still being capped. Is so close. Only 2 people red are alive. Tommy is one of them. Garden Fungus is the other. Maybe the power will be able to save the point. I don't know, Chando. What's going on?
What is going on here? we've got medics falling into pits, and we've got some incredible turn of events there. Chemo finally burns out, and now it's going to be up to Foz. De Gea straight on it. Oh my lord, have they just done it? They have indeed. What on earth? Ladies and gentlemen, record times right here. Xenon clutching that back there with an incredible bit of momentum. Can I please appreciate how incredible Chemo was there? He got a 4K on B point, basically single-handedly taking B, and then runs straight onto the point, doesn't waste any time, gets on that point, and then the rest of his team are able just to start cleaning up frags. They reconsolidate, they get a ton of frags, and they just can't do anything. By the time they are respawned, by the time Gimme Opponent have respawned, Chemo is on that point. I believe it was Jelly Master followed up with him, and Fox was just holding down the spawn doors there, and they just absolutely duped Gimme Opponent, and that is thoroughly deserved. That's some incredible brain work, and that it shows how synced Xenon still are as a team, despite not being maybe the highest DM players. They've got the brain, they've got the synergy from just playing together so long, and you got to respect that.
They've done quite a lot together so far in the season, and they're pulling through. I mean, they clutched that win out of the grasp of Gimme Opponent. I mean, they were so secure to win that game. They had a very good time. 5 minutes and 3 seconds is nothing to sniff at, as just Gimme Opponent just kind of crumbled there. They kept losing player after player. They kept bleeding the players. They couldn't keep together, and Xenon just abused that. They just went in as a force, managed to kill off every single person that tried to reinforce the offensive line, trying to get and secure the E point. And thankfully for Xenon, they managed to pull through, as we're going to the third map of this set. This is Koth Lakeside, going back into the Koth roots. I'd like to remind you guys that you're watching Xenon versus Gimme Opponent season 23 of UGC League. Highlander. First round went to the way of Gimme Opponent, 3-1 clutched on Koth product. Right now, we're watching Koth Lakeside. The second round went the way of Xenon. We just watched it. It's 1 point on CP Steel. So, getting ready into this cast. I do believe, just watching the logs right now. I'm not sure if you pulled them through, but I'm watching the logs. And Ixo is leading the charts alongside Bees with 13 kills each. Only 1 kill on the medic, however, as the blue medic here has been doing quite a lot of work here. Definitely Icewind only dying, well, 5 times, but still doing quite a lot of work there, trying to save Uber charges and definitely pull through in the end. So yeah, once again, well done to Xenon.
Yeah, really well played, actually. I mean, if you look at the logs, you would really not think that Xenon were the winning team there. I mean, the frags just fall so in favor to Gimme Opponent, but as I've said repeatedly in the past, really, it's CP still isn't really a DM map. It's really about the brain work. I mean, obviously DM comes into play, but ultimately a good strategy can just outdo any good DM there, and we've seen it this game. This game is a testament to that. Ixo coming in with 540 DPM, when you compare that to Murphy with only 282 DPM, you know, it seems obvious that Gimme Opponent should be absolutely rolling that, but good strategy, some good teamwork, and making some good momentum, as Chemo really provided there, was all that was needed, and the DM was just made irrelevant. So props to Xenon for you know, coming back from that. I didn't expect it at all. I thought that was a GG, to be quite honest. So really well played there. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, Ixo, good damage output, along with Bees, doing a ton of work, and Tuja as well, actually, 10-5. So props to all of them. But ultimately, MVP of that map, in my opinion, just for that last play alone, is Chemo. And I would say, I would maybe go so far to say Chemo maybe might be the MVP of the season in UGC, if it even is a thing. It should be a thing, and he should be it. Every game I've seen, he has excelled far beyond his team, carried his team pretty much, and a great respect for him for that.
We are slowly getting ready to go right now. Neither of the teams actually wasting any time, as we're going to be watching Ixo and Murphy roll out to the midpoint, and Murphy going quite fast, but Ixo is going to be slightly faster, with Tercio helping out with that quick fix once again, bringing out the unlock, as Ixo getting focused here by Chemo. Few beat shots in, didn't quite manage to land them. Nice dodging there by Ixo, as Garden Fungus tried to go, as Jedi Flamaster tries to go in for a W+1 of the medic, but it gets caught out by the opposing Pyro. Garden Fungus cleaning that one out. A lot of people dying on the Xenon's side here. Chemo, Flamaster, only Fuzz and Deity being alive. They decide to kind of stay far back. Deity having a nice advantage here, being a sniper on a Lakeside map. It's quite good for you. Unfortunately, getting cleaned out by Bickley Boy, who just goes in there. Very easy for a scout to clean a sniper out on the map. You know, it could be a sniper map, but if you have a scout on your face, it's very difficult to deal with that. Stingin just proves that as Fuzz going down, a nice clean headshot there. No double takes. It's right now the spy is trying to get in here. Blue spy, look at this. Tommy's waiting for an opportunity here with Stow Your Bees. Nice headshot there on the pendulum. Stingin still proving what he's worth. Taking quite a few people out, 3 people dead for Xenon once again, and Gimme opponent showing what they can do on a KOF map.
Yeah, it comes back to that DM again, and Gimme opponent really do have it. Very well played as well here. Holding now in the pool room here with Garden Fungus and Ixo. Tuja as well, gonna following up here. They're locking it down very well here. Me flank. Is it Bees? Sorry, doing so much work there. He's actually just denying the flank incredibly well, and he's still up there, playing very aggressively, putting out some damage, and denying that sniper also access to the battlements there. But meanwhile, the drop onto Tercio. Deity gets a sideline there, and he takes full advantage. Tercio falling there to a drop. Icewind now % there, and looks like they can really make something of this. They've just got to push through very nicely. Stingin getting the counter pick onto Jedi Flame Master, but it's not the same, and it's not going to be enough to halt this push. Oh no.
Tommy just gets a nice backstab on the Iceman, who had 100% Kritzkast, the nice counter to a quick fix that Tercio has been favoring. Thankfully, though, Tommy is on his toes, getting a nice kill on the medic. Very important there. However, the point still belongs to Gimme opponent. 1 minute and a half already gone. Another minute and a half to go. Vinegar, Chemo, Crit, going all down to a nice combo from Bees and Fungus. It's kind of a weird combination, but it kind of works out for Gimme opponent as they're still holding the point strong with the medic reaching 100% uber charge. Tercio gonna have that quick fix ready to go any second now. Iceman still opting to choose for the Kritzkast. This is a nice counter, but it's very difficult to use it if you're constantly dead. They're moving into the bathhouse right now. Murphy's leading the charge. He might be able to put out enough damage on the Gimme combo to kill off this bonus healing coming out of Tercio, as he's just currently hiding as much as he can. Falls nice rocket onto the medic, but there's only one, and he finally decides to get out. He's still in. He's still trying to get something done. So much chaos going on. Murphy unfortunately going down, but so does Tercio and Tuja. Quite a lot of kills being exchanged. 30 seconds to go for Gimme opponent. Looks like Iceman will be able to take this point without using his Kritzkast. That's very important.
Tommy! Once again! Look at that double stab there. I mean, one of them was a butter knife, but well, accept it anyway. Onto Deity and Icewind as well. Incredible stuff. He just absolutely halted any potential for Xenon to reclaim this round at all. Now, Ixo, Tuja both following up nicely. Tercio bringing out the back as well, and that's what we like to see. Some really diverse tactics from Gimme opponent, and you know it's working. You know it is. And so now, with 10 seconds left, another pick by Icewind. That man can't survive. Come on. And Stingin just going absolutely huge as well. 5k hits. Foz as well. Tommy as well taking down Murphy. But Vinegar with a double stab. Pendulum following up, but it's not going to be enough. Kirik tries to get to the point. Not going to do it. That's going to be the first round to Gimme opponent.
Once again showing what they can do on the KOF map, that pure DM stinging with nice positioning on the Lakeside. So important to have a good sniper, as well as Ixo just doing a lot of work. Tercio also staying alive and switching up mediguns to throw off the enemy team is quite interesting. He's been running Vaccinator in the end. Now he's running the quick fix again as they are getting on the point. Ixo is taking quite a lot of damage. He's exchanging quite a lot as well. A nice body shot by Stingin. As they're going on the point, Xenon need to start being more aggressive there. With Icewind going down in every exchange, it's kind of difficult to do as they're currently lacking 3 people to push the point with. Gimme opponent not using that strategy. They're still going into the point trying to touch it, but there's a lot of damage being exchanged. Murphy still proving himself to be quite a capable demo man, getting stabbed by Tommy. That man is absolutely unstoppable right now as he is still crushing the enemy team's offense as much as he can. Nice rocket there onto the medic. Medic's running away. Icewind on 60 HP. Anything could kill him right now. He's deciding to stay alive and use that crit streak once again. To maybe use it offensively. They do have it now, and they're getting ready to go in.
Yeah, it looks like Xenon trying to hold on to maybe the last fragments they can. Tommy 27 with the pick onto Murphy. That's going to slow it down. That's going to basically give this one to Gimme opponent for now there. Doesn't look, they can't push without a demo man. Bees goes down in return, not quite the same. jakeowaty onto the Gimme opponent combo as the Uber comes out onto, in fact, and he's been very deep. Counter, quick fix comes out. It's just going to Uber heal so many players. Now the counter push comes out. It looks like they're going to be able to hold on to this. Going in so deep. Tertia falling a little bit weak. Vinegar tries to get the stab onto Ixo, doesn't quite connect that. But Foz trying to get that rocket onto Tertia, doesn't get it, unfortunately. Falls very weak onto 30 health. He does survive. Garden Fungus as well, doing a load of work. I missed the other side of that fight there, but he got to reflect onto Icewind there. Not sure how that happened, but I'm sure it was incredible. And
Vinegar's
now,
so close to killing Tercio again, but he must be really sour after that one. He missed the stab and unfortunately didn't quite manage to do so. I'm sorry, I kind of broke, but I was so close there. Tercio is still alive. 70% Uber charge on his side. Icewind on 20, still running that Uber charge. He decided not to really opt into KritzKast again, as he's just being damaged too much. He's being picked off by the enemy team, but they're deciding to go and draw here. Tercio on 90% Uber charge. Stingen is missing from this fight. Very important here, freeing up a lot of room as Stingen has been denying the middle point almost by himself. Quickface coming out of the blue team here, trying to push him with the additional heals, taking up Pendulum. Icewind going down to a nice fight from Ixo again. So unfortunate, this man is just cannot stay alive for the life of him. And I don't know what they can do right now. Xenon are just slowly losing hope after that nice comeback on CP Steel Chando. I'm not sure what they can do right now. Just give me a point and just have the DM and have the right positioning and right people in the right spots. Just take Xenon down on costs.
Absolutely. I mean, I think a lot of it falls down to that. Tommy 27, he's constantly keeping the balance of players in favor of Gimme opponent there. He's constantly getting those picks there. As is Ixo with the good, huge damage output as well. Murphy going down to a headshot. Jedi Flame Master Icewind once again. Tommy 27 on player. And yes, he is going to get the pick onto Icewind. Barrett now playing very aggressive. Gets chemo as well. Now they're playing incredibly aggressive. Gimme opponent combo playing in the little tunnel area. I think maybe just trying to hold them from even getting close to the point there. Tuja playing by himself, holding that main area. Jedi Flame Master gets picked to Stingen. Looks like some aggression from the flank by Xenon onto the left. Foz going in very deep. Doesn't actually get anything, unfortunately. Gets one rocket onto Stingen, but Tertia pulls back. Super quick fix, sorry. Pretty effectively, actually. And is that a pause?
Might be a pause.
Or is that me?
There is a pause, I do believe, as the timer still goes down. Unfortunately, it is not the end of the round just yet, as they pause in the future. Hopefully, it will solve itself out soon enough.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, Tommy 27, as you believe, I do believe that number just gives him power, as he's just completely unstoppable on this map. And Lakeside isn't really known to be a very good spy map. I mean, it's quite open, but at the same time, you don't have really a lot of cover to uncloak yourself behind and maybe go for a stab. But Tommy's just finding those right sweet spots and going in, killing Icewind over and over again, and not allowing the enemy team to build any sort of Uber is just so crucial for Gimme opponent right now.
Absolutely, he's just leagues ahead. I think the 27 in his name, which unfortunately he is not flexing currently, but he definitely should. It must mean he gets at least 27 kills every game, and I don't even think he has not got at least 27 kills every game, because he is absolutely incredible. And yeah, I mean, definitely the hero so far of Lakeside, along with Ixo. I mean, if you look at the scoreboard, yeah, I mean they're leading, and when you compare it to Xenon's score, they're absolutely leagues ahead, and it really shows. Every single push is slowed down by Tommy getting a good pick, and every single counter push is just a flawless wipe, because Ixo is just able to pump out huge damage with those stickies, with those grenades, and yeah, I mean, Gimme opponent, I think have got this one in the bag at this point now. They've more or less got the second. One more, and that is a win. This is the deciding round now. And I mean, do you think there's anything that Xenon can possibly do here now to claw this back?
So difficult for Xenon to do anything in this situation, as we're on pause and we have a little bit of ice skating going. It's just Gimme opponent have the damage, they have the strategy, and look at this, it's just Vinegar trying to save the team a little bit. Stingin is still trying to do something, but the point has been capped by the blue team. Gimme opponent leading with 2 points right now, 0 for Xenon, and it's very difficult to say anything about the strategy that they could possibly employ here. Maybe they're not using the map room, or the bathroom too often. It gives a lot of cover for the sniper, from the sniper and from the spy, so you could possibly maybe try to do something with that, as the flak just goes in, like it's completely cleaned up by Spees as he just takes 2, still securing that point complete for himself. Iceman still in the open, nice kill on the Stingin, and Nixo going down as well. It might be Xenon's wake up call, and they do have the players, they did pick up quite a lot, but they're still very defensive. They're not trying to be aggressive on this map at all, and this is what KOF is all about. You just have to be running forward, not stopping, not second guessing yourself, just using every single little advantage you manage to get for your team, for yourself, and just go in on the point. As Iceman is still leading the charge of his team, they're finally able to get a little bit closer to the point. Stingin is still dangerous and at large, taking down Pendulum. Faw's going down as well. Thankfully they have equalized with Ixo, but look at this, Toby once again.
Sorry, I'm speechless. Yeah, absolutely. What just happened there? I mean, Tommy just getting a casual 3k like it was absolutely nothing. Takes down Icewind and Murphy and someone else, but holy moly, it's just incredible. Some of the best spy plays I've seen in a long time coming out today from that man. And now, tied once again. Gimme opponent able to basically hold on to this pretty comfortably. There's a bomb coming in from Foz by the looks of it. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to get anything. He doesn't overcommit to that. That's probably the right play. However, Murphy coming in as well, strong. And Pendulum as well, trying to follow up there from Pool Room. Yeah, looks like they're going to be starting to get a bit of free cap time onto that point. Looks like Envision. Gimme opponent, sorry. Just going to play this back a little bit. Baiting Pendulum very nicely into a little trap there. And he was absolutely toast, along with Vinegar and Jedi Flame Master. Chemo as well. Now the repush comes out. That was really well executed there. They gave Xenon basically all the space they wanted, and then they got a bit greedy. They took too much space, and then they paid the price heavily. And now Gimme opponent just going to be able to walk this con with only 2 up actually for Xenon, and that's going to be a swift cap for Gimme opponent.
Unfortunately, bleeding players out there, they have the right idea. They finally managed to be a little bit more aggressive, but at the same time you need to kind of watch your flanks. The flank for Gimme opponent is very dangerous, with Bickley Boy and Bees just being on the prowl, as well as Stingin just getting those nice headshots over and over again. Murphy here trying to get him a lot of damage. Unfortunately paying with his life. Kuja going down as well. Bees getting rocketed by Foz. Nice exchange of soldiers there, and both teams actually missing a few players. Xenon has that medic up and running, just trying to keep his team running as well. Chemo trying to get a nice few pot shots on the enemy team and didn't quite manage to do so. Ixo just going in. Ixo is just doing what I've been telling you the entire time. Just goes in W plus M1, and look at this, Bickley Boy chasing off Icewind. This man just really cannot catch a break on this map, as Gimme opponent are just doing whatever they want with the enemy medic. They just keep going in forward. Ixo leading the charge every single time, putting out so much damage for the rest of his team to clean up after him. It's just working out.
Really well there, Bickley Boy or Ombra, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, doing a lot of really some good follow-up there. Good follow-up from any damage that Ixo does. He's there as well, getting a good picks, and really important stuff here. Chemo just take down Stingin, maybe giving Deity the opportunity when he respawns to make something of that, but it doesn't look like he's going to be up in time. And what was that? Tuja with the Warrior Spirit just absolutely decimated there. Funny little strat there to be using the Warrior Spirit. I thought it was enough to heck, but clearly I was mistaken. It still has a place in competitive. And now Ixo there holding down Ballroom almost by himself. The rotation from his combo comes in. Trying to contest it. Chemo pushes through. Boss pushes through. But they both denied by reflex from UGC Garden Fungus. He's amazing with those reflex there. Barrow as well, getting the pick onto Pendulum, Murphy, Jedi Flame Master, and Iceman all go down. And Umbra calling that that's G. That is the game for Gimme opponent. And yeah, I mean, DM absolute superiority there throughout that game, both on product and on Lakeside. The only interval being CP Steel, where Xenon was able to claw some impressive synergy and claw back that round. But Jake, what do you have to say on this?
Well, I do have to say that there's just not much to say apart from just well played by Gimme opponent. I mean, the DM that they have at their disposal is just absolutely ludicrous, and just the synergy of the classes that they have, everyone just working together towards a similar goal, it just shows. It just simply shows against Xenon here. They're a very good team as well. I mean, I'm not disrespecting them in any way. The CP Steel win was a clear example of that they are able to pull through. They're not easily discouraged, and they can pull off some interesting strategies. However, it also shows for the other teams they need to really avoid Gimme opponent on any KOF map in the future, as they are just clearly superior, and they do have all the classes in the right places and just able to abuse the map to their advantage. So once again, well done to Gimme opponent. They're advancing forward to the upper brackets, as Xenon unfortunately falling down to lower brackets, but it's not over for them just yet, as we're still going to be casting every single Monday the remainder of UGC playoffs of the Platinum League here at KritzKast. My name has been Jake. Today with me is Chando. On camera, as always, Ash, who has been pulling through with some technical difficulties in the beginning, but thankfully he managed to pull through as well. So once again, thank you very much, and don't forget to tune in for more matches. We also gonna be casting some ETF to well in the future. That will be constantly updated on our Twitter at KritzKast, as well as there's a casting call. So if you're interested in doing what we're doing, which is production and casting, or you just want to really give us a shout out, you can definitely check out kritzkast.com/casting call. Very simple URL. You can definitely find it in the chat, probably with Hoofs is kind of watching over it. And of course, you have to remember about our Patreon, as we are still ramping up things with KritzKast here, with Agro at the helm. We are trying to produce more content. We are trying to be more proactive within the community scene, and for that we need a little bit more of your support as well to keep doing what we're doing and maybe do more in the future. So thank you very much for listening to this whole long advertising spiel. Once again, my name is Jake. Today with me is Chando in the casting booth, and I'll see you guys later.